So one of the things that I've been talking about quite a bit recently is that I really think post-Trump, the Republican Party is going to be screwed in a way that perhaps they haven't seen since the FDR era. Let's not forget, when FDR was president, Republicans were just irrelevant. In fact, they literally had to try to copy FDR to become relevant again. He won 4 presidential elections. 4. This is before term limits. It was Republicans who were like, shit, we need term limits because we're never going to beat these people if we don't have them. And so I think we might actually be looking at a situation like that, even with the Democratic Party being a shell of what it was back during FDR's years. First, let me show you this. Let's look at, this is the poly market odds. So this is the betting markets as to who the people think will be the Republican nominee in 2028. So it's actually kind of funny. Oh, look, Trump's at 4%. That's crazy. So I have J.D. Vance at 60, Marco Rubio at 8, Trump at 4. So they're assuming that they're going to find some way to weasel him back on the ballot, probably take a case to the Supreme Court, have some goofy-ass interpretation of the Constitution, and have it so he runs again. Tucker Carlson at 3%, Marjorie Taylor Greene at 2%, Ron DeSantis 2%, Ivanka at 2%, Trump Jr. at 1%, Elon Musk at 1%, Rand Paul at 1%, Kim Kardashian at 1%, Erica Kirk at 1%, Ted Cruz at 1%, Tulsi Gabbard at 1%, Vivek Ramaswamy 1%, Steve Bannon 1%, Nikki Haley 1%. I think Steve Bannon is probably going to run, to be honest. Brian Kemp at 1%, Glenn Youngkin 1%, Katie Britt 1%, John Thune 1%, Mike Pence 1%, Tom Brady 1%. Okay, and then the rest of them are less than 1%. But the betting markets say J.D. Vance. The betting markets say it's going to be J.D. Vance. Now, if it's J.D. Vance, man, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. The guy has negative aura. Like, he has whatever the opposite of charisma is, that's what he has. There's this X factor in politics and X factor just in communication ability. Some people have it, some people don't. The people who have the X factor, it's very easy to listen to them speak and like you want to hear them speak, regardless of the content of what they're saying. They speak in a way that makes people want to pay attention, right? Like a bug to a bug light. He has the exact opposite. He's like has the negative X factor. He has the negative it factor. It's like he has the factor. Where he talks, you're like, oh my God, I need to fucking shower. He just comes across as so smug and so smarmy and so like self-righteous and like none of the charisma of Trump is there. And so if it's J.D. Vance, think about how difficult that will be for the party to remain relevant. And remember, guys, post Barack Obama, the Democratic Party was in hell because nobody could fill that void once he was gone. And the party had a little bit of an identity crisis. What do we believe in? Where do we go from here? What's our actual platform? And that's why you had the fight in the 2016 Democratic primary. Was it going to be Hillary's party or was it going to be Bernie Sanders' party? And it was close. That primary was close as shit. And then, unfortunately, Hillary ended up getting through. But then now everybody knows, like now Bernie's actually having his moment or his ideology is having his moment, which is why we're looking at like a Democratic Tea Party. But for a while there, Democrats were in trouble. They lost 1,000 seats at the state level when Barack Obama was in office because he was everything on the Democratic side. Well, in a similar way, actually, it's in a worse way, in a bigger way, Trump is everything on the Republican side. Everything. That's why we say it's a fascist death cult. Where he goes, they all go, right? You're not going to believe this new poll that just came out. So the betting markets say J.D. Vance for 2028 for Republicans. Look at this YouGov poll. What the fuck is this? Your ideal candidate, this is among young people, so age 18 to 29. 28% say Trump Jr. Trump Jr. is ahead of J.D. Vance at 25%. Then Cruz at 16, DeSantis at 6. Trump Jr. has more than J.D. Vance. I remember when somebody first floated the idea of J.D. Vance running, I literally mocked it. I was like, that's absurd. Like, Trump Jr. is like, he's like a coked up fail son, you know? And, but then as the years have gone by, I went from LOL, that's funny, he'll never fucking win a Republican primary, to now I'm like, oh, maybe he is the favorite. Maybe he is the default option. Because when the Republican Party decided to become a fascist death cult, they started thinking more on some Game of Thrones shit. Who is closer to Dear Leader? Who can fill the shoes of Dear Leader? Well, how about the Sun? How about the Sun? And so if this is where you're at already, Trump is everything to these people. And if the backbenchers are fucking J.D. Vance and Trump Jr., oh my God. oh my God, are they in trouble? Oh my God, are they in serious, serious trouble? Which is why, look, they got all these executive orders and all these moves to try to rig the elections and put their thumb on the scale. But that'll be the only way that they could stay relevant. That would seriously be the only way that they could stay relevant, because this is not, this will be, honestly, it'll be a bigger blowout than the post-Obama Democratic Party. I really believe that. And then finally, just to show you how big of a loser this guy is, you have to see this. Before dating Don Jr., Bettina Anderson had her eyes on Elon Musk, ultimately settling on Trump's eldest son, according to the Daily Mail. Quote, she told me she wanted to have one of Elon's babies and thought going after Don Jr. would help her get close to Elon, a friend told the Daily Mail. Holy shit. So remember, Don Jr. left Kimberly Guilfoyle. Remember, they were together for quite a while, actually. And clearly they like to party a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it looks like, allegedly. And he ended up leaving her, which, sort of ices her out of that, elite social circle with the president. Randomly started dating this new woman. Well, how embarrassing is this? Come to find out, she's like, oh, fuck. I got to deal with this guy to try to get my way to Elon. I guess so. He's like the one that she doesn't want, but she'll, settle for the moment. Right? Oh, how embarrassing is that, bro? How embarrassing. Look at this fucking doofus. Look at this doofus. And look at this gold-digging ass bitch. Goddamn, bro. Goddamn. These people are ridiculous. These people are fucking ridiculous. It's like Real Housewives type shit happening. And they're running the country. But, it doesn't matter what your position is. You can't buy class. You just can't. This is such a clear example of they will never have that class. So as Don Jr. is out there fucking acting like a frat boy, chasing these women who are just gold-digging losers, all of the women will end up with Mar-a-Lago face. By the time these women hit 40, forget it. They have Mar-a-Lago face. They got the big-ass duck lips. They got Botox. They can't make an expression with their face. But he's chasing women like that, but somehow he's going to run the country and he's going to fucking usher in a Republican era. Not a chance, bro. Not a chance. So we just wait for it, and we don't even know if Trump's going to live through this entire term. We don't even know if he's going to live through this entire term. But as soon as that guy's gone, assuming he ever is, then they're in for a hell of a ride. It is going to be wild to see. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.